Okay, I think we can start. I think things are working. Can you guys hear me okay? Can you guys see me okay? Is everything working? This is kind of my first time doing a YouTube live stream, so we will see how it goes. And hopefully the audio is a bit better, because when I was editing last week's vertical content, the audio was a little mumbled, so hopefully it'll be better. So feel free to ask repeat questions from last week, because some of them may have not made the cut, because some of the audio was bad. But hope everyone's doing. And if this is the first time showing up to the stream, because it's my first time doing a YouTube stream, I'm Corey here. I write TGTF comics and I turn them into comic dubs. So if you ever have any questions about the comics or comic dubs, feel free to ask. Or if you have questions about the characters or why I wrote characters certain ways, feel free to ask me. So we'll see how this YouTube live goes. It's my first time doing a YouTube stream, so we will see how it goes. But I do have some updates. But so I have some updates. So as far as the comic dub for the feminization project, I have from pages 1 through 16 done. And as far as the art, I have 1 through 20 done. So next month I'll be dubbing pages 17 through 20, and pages 20 through 24. The art should begin on that. So hopefully the feminization project finally be released around October or November. Like I feel like feels like I've been working on this comic for like a year or so. So hopefully the comic after the feminization project won't take as long. It probably will, because that one's so the feminization project is only like 31 pages, and the prom story, which is the comic that's going to come after the feminization project, part 1, yes, part 1, because I had to split into 2 parts. Part 1 is 36 pages, I believe. But I think part 2 is only 14, 18 pages. I can't remember the exact page count for part 2, but it's not as long as part 1. But keep in mind, the prom story, the script is still in its rough draft phase. Hopefully I can get finalized in a couple of months. We'll see how that goes. But that's big progress updates in terms of the comic stuff. But so I'm meant to watch some TV shows, read some comics, before the stream, but I got lazy and that didn't really happen. I read a little bit of the Armadillo prophecy. So if you guys haven't seen Tail Across the Dotted Line, It's on Netflix. I highly recommend. It's based on this like graphic novel with Armadillo Prophecy. Though I do recommend reading Tale Across the Dotted Line before reading this because there's a plot twist that happens at the end, but in the book it's not really a big plot twist, and I think it's better to have it as a plot twist. So I recommend watching the show, or else the book is gonna spoil that. And it's really good like show. I think it like at least for me for like it personifies a lot of my anxieties and my like intrusive thoughts, and like I really connected and resonated with it. So I highly would recommend checking that one out. I believe the author Zero Clip. I can never pronounce the name, but from my understanding, he's a very popular cartoonist in Italy, and he has two other Netflix series. This World Can't Tear Me Down, which is good. I don't know if it's as good as Tale Across the Dotted Line, but it's still pretty good. Though it's a lot more political heavy, and at least nowadays it's like a lot more relevant. And he recently also released a new series. I think it's called like the 5 or 7 cent. It's called like 5 or 7 cents. I forget the name of it, but I haven't watched too much of that because like the episodes are like close to an hour long, and I just haven't found the time to go check that one out. But I really do want to check it out at some point. Maybe this weekend I'll read it, and then next stream I'll report back. Hold on, I'm just typing a quick DM. Does this show that I'm streaming on my Discord status? Oh, it does. Cool. That's good. That is good. Which of which of my comics would I most like see adapted into a TV show? I mean, that's kind of hard. That's kind of hard because I only have like 1 or 2 comics. I think the easy answer is No Boys Allowed, but I don't think it would work better as like a short film and probably not like a whole series. Also, Magic. Once I do the remake, it would be cool to see as like an animated series. Like I said, I'm not too concerned about making myself into a TV show because I kind of feel like that's what I'm doing with the comic dubs. So I'm satisfied with just making myself into comic dubs. You know, as long as people keep watching them and are connecting with the material, I feel like I'm happy and content with just making my stuff into comic dubs. So I guess another thing I want to talk about, and I don't know if I should talk about this because I might be giving them more attention than I probably should, but I've started posting my vertical content on the different platforms like YouTube Shorts, TikTok. Hold on, did I think I forgot to post my thing on YouTube Shorts. You know, that's kind of important. But I'll get back to that. But for whatever reason, when I post the vertical content on Facebook, that's where I get all the hate. Like it's only like 5 or 10 seconds after I posted, and I get the mental illness comments like that. I don't know what it is about like Facebook that has a lot of like hate and transphobia. Like I get a little bit on the other platforms, but not as much as I get on Facebook. So I'm debating if I want to keep posting on Facebook or not. Like I'm even getting like some nasty DMs and stuff. It's probably not a Facebook problem. It's just maybe Facebook is the one it's really blowing up on. Oh, it's probably something I'm gonna have to like deal with. Fortunately, someone who makes trans and trans coded content. Yeah, maybe maybe they're just bots. I don't know what it is, but like I'm debating, is it worth posting on Facebook? Like, am I gonna be able to monetize or gonna generate sales for Facebook? Is it really like worth doing it on Facebook? I don't know. It just something I have to like think about. Yeah, I think I forgot to post it on YouTube. Post the like promotion short on YouTube. Let me check that real quick. Yeah, Facebook. Hold on, I'll respond to that after I check to make sure I'm just now noticing the Pokemon and this should probably answer the big question like yeah, okay, I forgot to do it on. Are you a TGT? Public. Are you a TGT? Oh, okay. Okay, okay. I think I posted everything in all the places. So if you have any questions about TGTF stuff or comics, just let me know. But oh come on, I hit the start recording button. So I think another thing about Facebook, and I think I don't think it's just like a boomer thing. I think Facebook is also where you go to interact with like real people and you're fan where you go to interact with your real friends, and I think that can sometimes bring the crazies out of the woodwork. At least that's what I think about like Facebook. Because you get people who don't use it like Twitter or any of the other ones, but Facebook is the one they use to keep in touch with the real life friends. So I I think that adds like a layer to it. I could be wrong, but that's my Facebook theory. No, there's not. But what I'm saying is, real life people tend to use Facebook. I don't know how to like describe it, but like it brings people out, I guess. Thankfully, none of my real life friends has left any nasty comments, but I do think for the most part I tend to have pretty decent friends. So I still feel like I'm super unprepared for this stream. I should have come up with some topics or something. Or maybe I just need to do a Q&A like every other week. I don't know. I just think like doing Q&A on YouTube eventually is gonna be a good thing, you know. And I feel bad for all the pressure I'm putting on my friend moderating and asking questions. Feel like I'm putting a lot of pressure. But my friends are usually used to me dragging them into my schemes, as Xander likes to uh put it. But to kind of answer this question again, and hopefully with better quality, what made me get into making comic dubs? So I can't remember her name, but I been seeing comic. So 5 years ago, I saw some comic dubs on YouTube, and it made me discover some webtoons. I'm like, oh, if I make a webtoon, I should make a comic dub to help promote the comics. So that's what I did when I made my first couple comics, like 5 years ago. I made comic dubs to promote it. But now I kind of flip flopped it. Now the comics are what promotes the comic dubs. Like, the comic dub is the main product I'm trying to sell. And I think it helps. I've also found like a comedian and niche that would really gravitate towards the comic dub. Again, I never thought I'd maybe make TGTF comic dubs. You know, even though I consume TGTF content when I was in middle or high school. So it's not cool to make my own TGTF content in the form of comic dubs. And I hope people keep watching them and stuff. So And I hope the stream quality is okay. This is my first time doing the YouTube stream and stuff. Hopefully in the next week will be a bit better with the content, because I really didn't come prepared. I've already talked about this. Maybe I need to just like start grabbing random books from my bookshelf that I've read and talk about them. Maybe that's what I need to do. Ooh, this is a good question. What's the most wholesome interaction you had with a commenter on your dub/comics? So I always like appreciate when someone's asking me to continue No Boys Allowed, because I really didn't expect it. And like when people say they mostly relate to it or connect to it, that always brings up my day. But the one the comment that probably meant the most to me was on webtoons, when someone says my No Boys Allowed comment reminds them of I want to be a cute animator, because I really like that comic. You know, I need to like catch up. So to be compared in any capacity to that webtoon, that one really got me. So, and another one that kind of got me is, I don't know, Cosplay Dysphoria is starting to creep up in views. Like, I didn't expect that one to get like a new rebooted reaction. Like one person even wants to like dub my comic, and I haven't decided if I want to give them permission or not. Because before it made sense, like the dubs are promote the comic, but now that the dub is the main content, I don't know. I haven't decided yet. So what's the weirdest book on my shelf? I really can't. Well, okay, I guess like I did label the stream 18 plus, so I guess I could. I probably shouldn't show the. I I probably shouldn't show the pages though. If I get banned, it's your fault. I don't know if that's like the weirdest one, just because of like the subject people might find taboo. I'd like feel bad saying that's weird, because a lot of people have think it's taboo. Depends on your definition of weird. Uh, trying to think what would fill that criteria. Oh, I think I know one. Now this one is, hi, Aquarius Wing Wolf. Welcome to the stream. are you new to the channel, feel free to ask me questions about my comic making progress, TGTF stuff. But to continue the doing pretty good. This is my first time doing YouTube streams, so I'm still working on the kinks. But probably the weirdest book is probably this, but it's weird in all the good ways. So the whole premise is like the main character makes decisions based on what what he rolls on the dice. So it's actually implementing real RNG in your life, and because of that, his life takes some really weird and odd turns and twists you don't expect. Like it's kind of has that over the top, kind of crude like language. So it's not something I'd recommend for everyone. It's probably not gonna appeal to everyone. Once taste, but it's written by Penjalet. If you know who that is, but I got this when I went to Vegas a couple years, which was a big like milestone for me, experimenting with my gender identity and expression. So if this appeals to your taste, I highly recommend checking this book out. Question: are you gonna do another comic video and not shorts? Yeah, I am working on another comic dub. The reason I do shorts and stuff, and even the reason why I'm doing this live stream, is those like big gaps in between comic dub releases, because these comics keep getting bigger. Like the one I'm currently working on and the one that's going to be released next is like 31 pages, and then the one after that's going to be like 36 pages. So because of that, because you know these do cost money to make, you know, hiring my artists and voice actors and stuff, so that's why I only like produce like 4 pages of it a month, so it takes a while to make. But the next one is going to be the feminization project. It's going to be more of a gender expression / cross-dressing story. But I'm hoping it's gonna like emotionally connect with people. The people I have like shown it to have like really liked it, so I think it's gonna be good. But yeah, I do plan to release more comic dubs. If you don't mind like if you don't mind reading actual comic pages, you can pledge to my Patreon for $3 or $5 a month, depending on the tier you want to do, and get like early access to sketches and pages. You're not obligated to. The comic dub is still going to be completely free. When it comes out, and it should come out in October or November. But yeah, you can ask me a personal question, but I do have to write if I want to answer that or not. So depends how personal we're getting. So, but I'm an open book for most things. Though I do try to keep some details of my personal life private for my own safety, and I don't want to put family members on blast or stuff like that. So I want to be careful when I'm talking about family and stuff. but yeah, random. I would recommend that. Also, recommend the Armadillo Where did I put the Armadillo Prophecy? I hope I didn't like lose my book. Am I that easy to clock with a disability? But to answer the question, the like main disability I have is spina bifida. Though I would say I am one of the more like uh the luckier cases, as I know most people with spina bifida um can't walk and stuff, and I do have a speech impairment. I've had that like forever. I've been thinking about getting speech therapy, but mm. but according to my mom, the doctors did say I have a touch of like autism, but I don't have like an actual autism uh diagnosis. Should I explain what spina bifida is? Pretty much, from how I understand it, my spinal cords were tangled, and I think there was like a skin tag or something like that. Look like it's said, yeah. I don't like officially have a diagnosis of autism, but I wouldn't be surprised if I did have some form of like autism. But spina bifida is the like official the diagnosis. There's other medical stuff I'm currently dealing with, but I don't want to like to talk about that until I can give more definitive um uh, um answers. But yeah, it's been like it's been a little rough year. But I'm glad the comic stuff is still doing well, and like my mom passed away earlier this year, and then then I started having some health issues. I'm doing a little bit, but like I'm still seeing doctors and stuff. I don't know, for the longest time I put off just going to the doctor, and I'm trying to do better with that stuff. It's cool. I'm coping it in like my own ways. Like, so after the oh, come on, OBS. Okay. So after the feminization project, after the prom comic, which is gonna be split into two comics, part one, part two, I'm going to release a pregnancy TGTF comic, and I know that can go like a lot of crazy, spicy ways, but I do want it to be more wholesome because it is gonna be dedicated to my mom. So I think I can do it right, but like I've just been struggling planning. I've just been struggling planning it because forces me to think about my mom and a lot of stuff, and so it's been an emotional thing to try and write. But I think I'll get through it. What's your opinion on furries? Do you like them? I think furries are cool, awesome. I'll be honest. I don't like hang out in the like furry community a lot or that often, but like once I start selling my comics more physically at cons, I do plan to uh go to some furry cons. One, they just look like a fun time and a cool community to hang out with, and two, I do think there's at least a little bit overlap between the furry and the TGTF like audience, so it'd probably be a good idea to um so my comics at furry cons, and plus I do have some ideas for some like anamorphic comics I want to write and make very like DuckTales like inspired, Sly Cooper inspired. I mean, if I'm being honest, I would love to get Kevin Miller to voice in one of my comics. I got ideas, but like we gotta take it one step at a time. But yeah, I think furries are cool. I think furries get a bad rep. I mean, as long as you're not going out of your way harming people and stuff, you know. I don't know if I would ever like a fursuit because it probably costs like a lot, and you have to come up with good design. I don't know if I could pull that off, but I wouldn't mind trying it once or twice. No problem. I hope you found the stream helpful and and stuff. I do want my content to inspire and make an impact on people in some shape or form. Okay, I've been ignoring Xander's comment. I better address the sass. Well, of course you have some kind of awesome. You're really into a PS2 era platformer. That doesn't mean. I mean, just because I maybe. I mean, just because I like Kingdom Hearts. I did think Jack and Daxter is pretty cool. Never beat those games. Attack of the Power Juju is okay. It's not that great. I would say I also like Scooby Doo of 100 Frights. I need to beat that game at one time, but it can be. I don't know. I feel like it could be a confusing game knowing where to go. I just said that to annoy you, Xander. I love to annoy you, Xander. Just so you know. I'm really surprised that they haven't done remakes of any of the Scooby-Doo games or done a collection. Like a lot of other old school cartoon platformers have. They've done collections of like the old Disney Afternoon games, so I'm surprised that they really haven't done anything with Sly Cooper. Not Sly Cooper. I meant Scooby Doo. I meant Scooby Doo. God damn it! That is gonna give me so much shit for this. I meant Scooby Doo. You know what I meant. Okay, Xander. I'm waiting. Wait, maybe Xander's not here. Maybe she didn't hear what I said, but maybe I'm safe. Oh, I think Xander's having a bit of delay. Maybe that's. Oh, they have the same publisher as SpongeBob? Hmm. I did not know that. Why are all my drinks leaking on the bottom of the desk quickly lately? Oh, have you guys seen the trailer for uh the Rocky biofilm about Sylvester Stallone and about the making of Rocky? Though I think it's also uh about real. Alright, I'm pretty sure hit the stop recording button. No, so did you guys see the trailer? I forget the name of the movie. I think it's called like the story of Rocky, or I think it's called I Am Rocky. It's about it's a biofilm about the making of Rocky, and I believe Sylvester Stallone's like career. It looks pretty good. I wish my mom was still around. She would love this movie. I'm probably gonna go say word with my sister, but I'm like really excited to um say, oh, it's called I Play Rocky. I was close. I was close. But, but, but yeah. It also got me a little inspired creatively. You know, seeing those scenes of like Sylvester Stallone struggling and trying to make it. You know, I felt like what I'm doing right now, trying to make it, I can really relate to it creatively. So, oh yeah, I'm really looking forward. There's been some movies that are coming out that have came out that I feel like my mom would love. My mom would have loved the Michael movie. I think she would love that movie. But yeah, I'm really looking forward. The new Spider-Man movie also looks good, and the Doomsday looks interesting. I just know it's probably gonna be a bit of a mess, but it's gonna be a beautiful mess. So I can't wait to see that. Yeah, this might be a short stream, but I do think streaming on YouTube is a little bit than Twitch. This is what my audience is uh most likely. Do I have any hot takes about movies you've seen? Probably. I think the movies I haven't seen are probably hot takes by themselves. Like I haven't seen Jurassic Park movies. Like I haven't seen the Christopher Nolan Batman movies, and my friend is trying to get me to watch those. So like, there's a lot of movies I haven't seen. But as for a natural hot take, I don't, I don't think Ant-Man Quantumania is that bad of a movie. I'm not saying it's like a masterpiece, but like I don't know, wasn't that bad. And I think King was probably the best part of that movie. I think it was just trying to juggle two movies and a couple of different like storylines into one, and I think I also had a hard time, knowing if it wanted to be more comedic or more serious and balancing those two tones. But I don't think it's like the worst movie ever made. Like I've seen reactors rage quit like a quarter halfway through the movie. Like I don't think that's bad. It's that bad. But maybe I'm just both different. I don't know. Just trying to think of what other movies I haven't seen that I don't know. Just ask me what movies I've seen, and I can answer if I've seen those movies. Yeah, I don't think it's that bad. It was just a bit like unfocused, unbalanced. Oh my god. Oh my god. Uh, of course. Have I seen Lord of the Rings? No. And one of my friends gives me a hard time. He's like, "How can you be a writer or into entertainment and not seeing Lord of the Rings?" It's like entertainment 101. Okay, I might be exaggerating, but like, he wants me to see Lord of the Rings. But I feel like if I were to watch it now, I should probably do something special, some kind of content thing for it. I just can't think of a thing to do. But no, I haven't watched or read, the Lord of the Rings books. Though I do remember playing the like Hobbit game on GBA Advance when I was like a kid, and I was confused and I didn't get that far in it. But yeah, I haven't seen Lord of the Rings. I probably should watch it at some point. Yeah, some of those like GBA advanced games were rough and just like hard and confusing to get through. Oh, you were supposed to be talking about the GBA for Lord of the Rings. I thought you meant like all GBA games. My bad. My bad. My bad. My bad. How long have we been streaming? Close to an hour. But yeah, if anyone has any questions about my comics or TGTF genres, oh, I did discover a new like gender bender, but it only has like 4 chapters, and it's kind of hard to find. I think it's called "I Want to Be Good" or something like that. I forget the name. I feel like I'm gonna get cut off for this as well. But what was your first comic slash craft novel you read that connected with you as a kid? I didn't like read a whole lot of like comics, but like I was kind of like into uh the Sonic Archie comics, but they weren't always easy to get. So I was never like able to fully engage in the lore. Because when I was getting into them, that they had been going on for a while. As what got me interested, um, in the Sonic Archie comics, and this is probably true for a lot of people, was Sonic Sat AM and that Cliffhanger season 2, and like the Sonic Archie comics is probably the closest to a kind of continuation of that, or at least those like characters. And now the Sonic Archie comics, for better or worse, are kind of gone, and those characters are kind of gone. And you really can't like read Sonic Archie comics like legally. Like, I don't know. There's probably a lot of like legal issues with it, but I wish Sega would just put them out as like physical trades, or at least the digital versions would be nice, you know. But I do remember seeing like a Spider-Man comic when I was at the store as a kid. I don't know if my mom bought it. It might have been one of the issues of One More Day, or a couple comics like leading up to that, because like uh uh Peter had the black suit and running away from the cops and stuff because everyone knows his identity. So it's probably after Civil War. So, but like I said, I didn't start collecting comics more or reading them more until like high school, and during high school, and they had like a continuation of the Darkwing Duck TV show as a comic. I even have collected trade. I probably should read this at some point. So, and look at this cover art. And why am I choking? Why is my throat so sore? Ugh. Ugh. Oh, and I also have like a. Okay, I grabbed the wrong one. I meant to get one of the Uncle Scrooge comics, but I do a couple of these physical Uncle Scrooge comics. I need to like read more. Especially since I want my comics that inspire. Oh my god. What's my throat? My throat's all messed up. Why is it all? Do you see any similarities between your magical girl's superhero work and your gender transformation work? Or they're mostly different? I would say they're different, but I feel like the audience can sometimes overlap. Because if you're into like gender transformation stuff or dealing with some of your own gender struggles, you might also appeal to magical girl stuff. I hope that makes sense. Want to make sure I'm not misspeaking. Cause I think there's like a lot of cool stuff you can do with magical good gender bender, gender transformation, or even like a magical trans like story. I think there's a lot of cool story potentials there. So I can see audiences like overlapping. Because even before the TV, like years, maybe a decade ago, I've always had ideas. What if you did like a gender bender magical girl or cross dressing magical girl? Someone should go and make that. And now I feel like I have to be the one making it. Because I feel like I kind of typecasted myself in that department. What's an inspiring message you like people to take from your from your comics? I think there's a few messages. One message is, be yourself. As long as you're not harming anyone, and it can be tough. Just find a good community that can help you and stuff. Also, just go make the thing. Make the thing. Whether it's a comic, game, K-pop band, whatever it is, you'd be surprised the people it can connect and reach and inspire. Yeah, but yeah, I would love to do more magical stuff. It just the TGTF stuff is the stuff that's working. So at least for now, I should keep doing that. But would you guys be interested in me making more magical good comics from once in a while? Because I do have some ideas that I might do here and there. Okay, I probably shouldn't stick my tongue out. I don't. Let me know in the comments below. I might end the stream in 10 or 20 minutes if there's not too many more questions. And also, I feel like I'm dying. I don't know what's with my throat. Are you a teacher? Okay, are we talking soda or are we talking more like healthier fruit drinks? Are we talking hydration drinks? Like it depends if we're talking. Okay. Topical question. Favorite bottle drink. Okay, so it depends if we're talking like sodas or like hydration drinks. So for like soda, it probably either be like root beer or Coca-Cola. You can't go wrong with the classics. If we're talking more of a hydration drink, this is the Body Almost Cry, one of my favorite. Like I try drinking it as much as I can, but I always forget to like order more and stuff. So, but I thought like since I'm gonna be streaming, I probably should be drinking this. I probably really should be drinking like pure water, but I think this gets me pretty close. It's better than drinking like Coca-Cola root beer. So, So I'm trying to slowly get myself back to drinking like pure water. Hopefully I can get there. But yeah, body armor's pretty dope. This is the fruit punch, but they have like better um they have other flavors. So the body armor, if you want to sponsor me, hit me up. I also wouldn't mind getting sponsored by Coke, but like it's Coca-Cola. Like a lot of people want to get sponsored by them. Okay, I don't know how. Okay, I mean, not quite that idea, but I've had ideas similar to that. Like, if you guys remember that, like Pepsi, man game. It was like, uh, Temple Run before Temple Run. Oh, I thought of like taking that concept and doing some kind of TFTG. I mean, people always turning brands into cute mascot girls, so why can't I do the same? Just with TGTF stuff, you know? Kind of wish I hit the recording button for that, but oh well. Yeah, I think my throat's better. Yeah, but with uh, Pepsi, you know, unless like wants to sponsor me to make an official Pepsi TGTF comic. Like I wouldn't mind working with brands and they like commission or sponsor me to make a comic for the brand. But I have a long ways to go to get there. But like, or or like if I'm making like, oh come on, OBS. Or like if I'm making a comic that's like centering around a store, maybe I could collaborate, or maybe a brand will reach out and that store becomes their store. You know, look like for example, I want to do a TFTG that like um involves like a makeup store, and instead of it being my own made up makeup store, maybe I work with like Ulta or Sephora, and it becomes a sponsor or partner thing, and, and it's about Sephora, and that's just my made up one. I hope that makes sense. Okay, Nick, what shady site are you? Don't think I've seen this. But yeah, there'll be like a lot of brands for stuff, and they make a cool like anime short film, and I'm like, oh, I want to check out the anime. Well, just big advertisement for the brand, like forget the name of the company, but there was like a zipper company that did that and was like, oh, this anime is so cool. But no, it's just an advertisement for the zipper. So I don't know if it's good for them in the long run, as it might just upset people that it's not like a real anime, you know. I'm glad I'm able to stream at good quality. By the way, what my newer PC, so yeah. Maybe in future streams I might stream some games. I don't know, or I just think to like spend a couple of days before coming up with good topics. You know, luckily I have some friends in chat, but I can't always rely on my friends in chat to show up. So hopefully in the next week I'll actually be prepared. But what's good about doing a new YouTube, like after the stream's over, people can still watch it afterwards, and with like YouTube's discoverability, it could have a good longevity. So I'm happy about that. Well, how long have we been streaming? An hour and 18 minutes. Hey, I've changed. I'm not Nano here anymore. It's Koi Hero. Wait, why didn't that? Oh, hold on. I think my OBS thingy is broken. Your comment shows up on the browser, but not on my OBS. That's weird. That's weird. Hey, I was a little rusty, okay? Anyways, why are your comments not showing the OBS? Okay, if I click on the browser, then it might. Okay, try typing something. Wow, she's gonna type the word something. Yeah, I don't think it's like just showing up on my OBS. Oh, I have to have it open on a browser, I think. It was working. Oh yeah, I don't know why it broke. Or why the chat decided to break. It's like not good. Yeah, I knew you would say something. Yeah, I see on my browser tab, but not on the OBS YouTube chat I have open up. Well, that's annoying. It's really annoying. I blame you, Xander. You're sabotaging my stream. But if you guys have any more questions, let me know. If not, I'm probably gonna end in a couple minutes. Because if I'm not saying anything, I don't want to drag it on too long. You know, quality over quantity, I think, will make a better stream to watch as well. I think my throat's better. After Xander tried to, I don't know, I don't know, I have to keep my eye on you, Xander. Oh, okay, I like that question. Trying to think what I would want to get, like, continued the most. If you could revive any console, comic, TV, game series, what would it be? I think a continuation of like the original Teen Titans for sure. I wouldn't mind seeing like a remake or reboot of the Mighty Ducks for sure. That's another one. And I know a continuation of like Holy Logo has been in the talks. We'll see if that's actually gonna go anywhere. But that definitely be uh pretty cool if they could pull that off. You know, of course, I'm also gonna say Darkwing, but Duck. But I would love if they actually did like a Darkwing Duck reboot. That's like a spin-off of the 2017 Ducktales, because they were definitely saying that up, but like it never happened. But like I think that'd be uh pretty cool. Oh, and I think nowadays saying like a remake of a like Gargoyles be cool, especially I think it'd be interesting to do like a live action, like a CW one, but with like a higher budget. I think that would be cool. Oh, I feel like there's ones I'm forgetting, man. Uh, but yeah, those are the main ones. Pretty much, some of the old Disney afternoon stuff would be cool. Some Cartoon Network stuff would be cool. I would love to see like a modern like remake of like Recess. I think that would be interesting. Be interesting how they put el- elements of modern day to Recess. I always felt like Eraserhead was a pretty relatable show, especially when you watch it when you're older. It kind of takes you back to different elements of like childhood you had to deal with. So doing a modern day version will be pretty interesting. But yeah, I would love to produce like a Recess remake. What about you guys, huh? What TV shows are you bringing back? Oh my god! Modern day researches everyone just on TikTok the whole time. Actually, that's one of the reasons to do it, like tackling that topic on a similar way that Toy Story 5 did. Like, with technology, do kids still have time to play and be kids? How do you find balance with it in that? I think that would, of course, I know what wants to bring back Our House season 3. Well, we already had Our House season 3. Just like shortened. I know that's probably gonna annoy Xander a lot. Hey, as long as we're not bringing back symbiotic titans, you know. I can't believe people like that show, for real. And now I just annoyed Nick. I hope it's okay if I do this. But by the way, my good old friend Nick, released his first concept of his first comic. So you guys should go check it out. And I hope I can make peace with Nick by promoting his stuff. So you can't fight me now, Nick. But yeah, I'm very excited when this actually gets released and stuff. See, we can make peace. See, people can get along on the internet somehow. Yeah. That's like next concept of his first coming comic, and I hope the first of many comics, because I somehow encourage the Nick to do the crazy thing and try and make comics. Oh, what's wrong with me? But yeah, I'm probably gonna wrap it up unless you guys have any dope or interesting questions. feel free to drop them in the chat. Yes, I am Sensei Corey. Nick, so you have to do what I say. But yeah, I think I'm gonna wrap it up here. I hope to see you guys next time. Probably at the same time, but I'm gonna do a community post and find out what time my community actually shows up and stream then, and I could probably handle the moderation myself, hopefully. So I hope to see you guys next week or next time. And hopefully I can end the YouTube podcast properly, because YouTube streaming is a little weird.